What's up, guys? Just watching the Buffalo game right now, actually. Tie game, third period. Was gonna pick Buff. A little late, or a little early the game was, so didn't know I had to make my picks that early in the day. But I do got some picks coming up later today. This is the Junkie Podcast, Sports Junkie Podcast. Mostly gonna be talking about sports betting, emphasis on NHL. I'm gonna do Proline Betting, gonna do props betting, mostly NHL, like I said. Got some picks for today. I don't know, thought it'd be fun, start a podcast. Let's do shit you want to do. Finally wanted to start one after a while, and with the pandemic and everything, might as well fucking do it now, right? Pass the time. It's getting fucking depressing lately. Lockdown another 2 weeks. I don't know how much I can handle this right now. But here we go. Let's dive right in. Caps Bruins. I thought this game was a toss-up. Both teams getting really key guys. Boston getting past the back. Caps getting Ovi back. Still don't get Kuzi. They still don't get Samsonov as well. Starting goalie, so that's going to be a big loss. But lately they've been winning without them, so I think I'm going to go with the Caps in this one. Vanacek is a young goalie. He's playing really good right now. Some would say, he would take over the starting position. Ovechkin's coming back. That's huge. Huge. Captain, the leader. People fucking love this guy. And like I said, they've been winning without him. Imagine him coming back. Even scarier. This Big Z Zdeno Chara playing his old team. His first game against his old team. And I think he'll be playing fucking balls to the walls, this guy. If you are an analytics guy, you would probably go with Boston. They're a better defensive team. They have better defensive stats. PK very good, first in the league. But, there's not many teams that can stop the Caps and their peeper, I think. They got their number one D out in Grzelcyk. First line peeper, first line, everything for him. This guy does it all. That's going to be a huge loss for the Bruins. They're also missing Brusque, very good defensive player. So it would make those defensive stats go down a little bit. And Boston's top six, man. Boston's top six haven't been the same in years. And I think this year is one of the worst top sixes. They got Smith and Ritchie on the second line. Those guys are bottom six players in any other team in the league. So the Caps, last game, Islanders, they came back from a 3-0 deficit and won 5-3. They scored 5 unanswered goals. They're going to be fucking fired up. There's no way they're not coming out fucking guns ablaze in this game. The first in the division, they got so much fucking confidence. They got a dick full of jizz. And they're ready just to fucking annihilate these Bruins, I think. They got the third best peeper in the league. Now, mind you, it is the start of the season. They're usually top 3 every year. And I think they just got more room for improvement, more practice. With COVID, it's going to be tough, but with practices and shit. But you know what? I think it's only a matter of time before the power play starts clicking, and they're probably first in the league in that department. And I got to talk about Backy, this fucking guy. He's playing like he used to back in the day. He's shooting the puck a lot more. I love that. Having Ovi shooting the puck on one side, and goalies aren't too eager to challenge Backy. Like, he's a pass first guy. He's been known to be a pass first guy his whole fucking career, but this year I have a good feeling he's been shooting the puck a lot more, and he's going to catch some goalies off guard. And like I said, Ovi's back. So they got the dual threat there, and they got the big fucking shot from the point from Carlson there. So, a lot upside with the Caps for this win. Like I said, Pasta is back, but from my playing experience, even if you do have Kemi years back, you need a couple games under your belt to get that Kemi going, and you need a couple games under your belt to be in game shape. So I think, if Pasta did come back, let's say 2 games ago, 3 games ago, I'd say, okay, maybe this is going to be a good game. Not saying it's not going to be a good game, but I do think the Caps got this in the bag. Caps are looking good as of late, getting a big boost with their captain back, and so I got the Caps. Okay, we got Pittsburgh, the New York Rangers. Another game I think is a toss-up. Pittsburgh's got, I think, one of the worst goals against averages. Yeah, it's no secret that Pittsburgh's been having some goaltending issues this year. The starting goalie they thought was going to be their starter. Their backup's playing better right now, so they're a little confused. Their GM just quit on them. Announced his departure from the team about 3 days ago, I think, and that's going to leave some kind of tension in the dressing room, I think. They also have an 0-3-1 away record. Very bad. But, started the season, 2-game losing streak for Pittsburgh. Knowing from experience, when you're on a 2-game, just a 2-game losing streak is enough to deflate the locker room. I'm sure, the captain, the Crosby's handling it pretty good, getting the boys in good spirits, but, ultimately at the end of the day, you need a little bit of jump, you need a little bit of confidence, and I think they don't have that right now, and I think I'm a little bit more about the mental game than the analytic game, and I'm thinking, mentally, both teams had a 2-day break, so they're both going to be rested. It's going to be a good game, I think. Both teams, very good offense. I give the edge in defense to New York. Pittsburgh's got a lot of young D right now. On the injury side of things, you got Dumoulin, Pettersson, and Matheson out. Those guys, those are, I think, that besides Letang, the top 3 D on the team, and they're all injured. So I really believe in New York here. I think I'm going to go with New York. They are 1-2 at home. Like I said, it's early on in the year. For New York, you got the only guy injured, you got Chittle, and he's a very good young guy. But, it's one rookie. Not really a key guy either for them. Now for New York, you got Lafreniere coming off his first NHL goal. That guy is going to be absolutely fired up. There's no way this guy waited this long to score. I can see him being, on a better team. He's low in the depth. And speaking of the depth, they have on their third line, they have Kakko and Lafreniere. 1-2 for overall picks on their third line. That's fucking nuts. You got your first line, Buchnevich, Zibanejad, Kreider. Then you got second line, Panarin, Strome. Forgetting the center on that line, but that's fucking unreal. 1-2-3 punch. Pittsburgh, they do have some depth as well. They got, Malkin, Rust, and who's that there? You got Zucker on that left wing. Besides that, not a lot of good players right now on their bottom 6. So, I will give the edge to New York here. Too much firepower. It's going to be tough to defend with Pittsburgh's D, how young they are, how inexperienced they are. So, like I said, Lafreniere and Kakko on the third line, first and second overall picks. That is unfucking real. I give the edge to New York tonight. So look for New York on the Proline money spread. Point spread, sorry. Look on New York point spread. It's saying New York is going to win by at least 1. I picked New York there. Same with the last game. Washington and Boston. Boston is favored to win, so Washington either just has to win or lose in OT. Better odds there. So next game I got here, we got Montreal and Calgary. I know Calgary's coming off that loss to Toronto, very chippy game. And then they're playing an even chippier team in Montreal. Allen is getting the start for Montreal. He's got a 2-0 record, a .907 save percentage. That is very good. Montreal playing 3 lines consistently. Not many teams in the NHL are doing that right now. They really most teams rely on the first line, if not their first 2 lines. And this team just rolls 3 lines consistently, and that's hard to beat. That's going to tire you down. Their average goals per game are 4.71. It's almost averaging 5 goals a game. That's unheard of. Goals against 271, one of the best in the league. They got a good goalie tandem in Allen and Price, and it looks like Allen's getting the start, giving Price a little break, but Allen can definitely take it. You got Toffoli with 6 goals and 8 points in only 4 games. That guy's on fire, and he's only got an upside to him. So on the second line with Kakaniemi, another young guy I like to talk about is Nick Suzuki. First round pick from Vegas, traded him in the Pacioretty deal. This guy is a two-way star in the making. Being compared to Patrice Bergeron by his own teammates, now that's a good guy to be compared to. It's only their second home game for Montreal. You got to think they'll be a lot more comfortable at home. Oh, a nice goal by Buffalo, 3-2, and I was going to take them. That would have been a nice stop for me. Got Olsen in my pool too. Very good player in Olsen. Hall, just a great addition to that team. Like I was saying, second home game, they're going to be very comfortable. They're going to be, it's not like they're going into their building with a lot of fans, but I just think it's a comfort thing. And they'll be back to home ice advantage. They're also on a 3-game winning streak. And I like to talk about the mental part of the game, and they have to be fucking on cloud 9 right now, winning that many games in a row. And they've only played around 8 games, so. Now for Calgary, Markstrom, he hasn't been playing his usual self like he was in Vancouver. It looks like he might just need a little bit of adjustment in a new city, new team, new system, new coach, all that kind of stuff. But right now, it's just not clicking for him. That's why we'll give the edge to Montreal again. Like I said, Montreal, very good defensive team. They also have, I think, the best defensive center in the league with Philip Deneau, who will shut down the first line, or Tkachuk. And that's huge because Tkachuk is a game changer. Now they're on a 3-game winning streak, and now Calgary's on a 3-game losing streak, so they're the opposite. They must be deflated in that dressing room right now. Not a lot of confidence, probably. Finding a way to win some games, and that's definitely not an easy thing to do against a well-rested defensive Montreal team. Another thing to add is that Calgary does not have one win on the road this year. And they are going to Montreal, so I don't like that chance. I don't like that stat, so I'm gonna go with Montreal on this one. 4 lines banging for Montreal. It's gonna be too tough to defend. Minnesota and Colorado. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably gonna go with Colorado here, but hear me out. I like Minnesota's upside. Minnesota recently moved Eriksson Ek to the second line with Kaprizov and Johansson, and it looks like the chemistry has blossomed as they totaled for 4 points in a 5-3 win last game. So look for that line to be coming out hard. They're a second line as well. So I mean, 2 lines coming at you in waves. That's tough to handle. They got this Kakkonen guy in net. He's a rookie. Never seen him. He's been playing very good. Talbot out with an injury, forcing him to play every game. So he's probably dialed in, I think. People say, like, you do need to give your goalies rest sometimes, but most of the time when they're in and they're focused on the end goal of winning, nothing really stopping them. He also is playing for an average defensive team. Minnesota, like, their best D nowadays is what? Spurgeon. He's offensive. You got Suter. He's getting old. Brodin. He's a player. He's pretty good. But you got to think Kakkonen getting those wins on a average defensive team. That's pretty impressive. This is the first of 4 straight versus Colorado, and they'll want to set a tone. You got to think the coach is getting on them about this 4-game trip, and it's 4 games in a row. That's almost unheard of in the NHL. Like, COVID happens, shit happens. Colorado's got some key injuries right now. Tays and Belmar out. So it'll take some grit out of the lineup, I think, and a key top 4 defenseman in Tays. Very good on the defensive side of the puck and can contribute offensively. And those 2 players are out. I think those are key losses. Honestly, they played the struggling Sharks over the weekend. 2 wins. I think one was a 7-3 win. Like that makes you used to a certain standard of playing, and I think Minnesota's gonna catch them off guard. They just came off from playing LA. Very good team right now. Very good defensive team, big team, strong team, and like I said, Tays and Belmont are out. Some of the grit is out of the lineup. They just traded Ian Cole, so they got some grit out of the lineup. I like Minnesota's chances. And like I said, they played the Sharks. The Sharks aren't doing too good, and they're going to be used to a certain standard of play, and Minnesota's going to definitely be above that standard. Toronto-Edmonton. Another toss-up, I thought. 2 teams hard to pick. Toronto coming off that win. I'm pretty sure they're back-to-back wins against Edmonton, and I have Edmonton on this one. So for Toronto, this is Freddie's 3rd game in 4 days. So yeah, I'm feeling Minnesota on this one. Their last one against Edmonton was close. The game was won on the peeper. So I think, if Edmonton stays out of the box, or at least try to stay out of the box, they should be fine against, I think, a struggling PK. But 5-on-5, Edmonton dominates. Marner Matthews are playing every situation nowadays. They're playing PK, they're playing PP, they're playing 5-on-5. They're on when they need a goal, they're on when they need to defend a goal. These guys are going to be tired. They're going to be probably matched up against McDavid and Draisaitl, I think. Trying to keep up with the fastest player in the world, I think could take a toll on you in the first couple games, especially 3 that they played against each other. On the Edmonton side of things, you got Draisaitl scoring 5 straight games in 6 goals in 5 games. 5 straight games as well. The guy's on absolute fire. McDavid's been talking in the media, saying how mad he is and how mad he is of losing. I can't even imagine an angry McDavid on the ice. Like, that's just scary to me, especially if he's setting up Draisaitl. The guy can put the pill in the net. McDavid also had 25 minutes last game. Now that's a lot. Even for McDavid, that's a lot of minutes. If you manage those minutes a little bit more, it'll give McDavid the extra edge, the extra boost he was going to need to finish the game and finish the game hard. And they need effort from the bottom 6. This is a must. They need effort from the bottom 6. And I think, like I said, the coach is mad. McDavid's mad. They want to turn that around. And I think Dave Tippett will handle this smartly. And I think they're definitely going to come out with an edge. So yeah, I got Edmonton this game. Like I said, Edmonton's sick of losing and has absolutely played well despite their record as of late. Look for a bounce back win by Edmonton here. Next up here, we got Vancouver versus Winnipeg. Now, Vancouver's been playing really good lately. They got 3 wins, but they've all been against Ottawa. Ottawa, not the best team right now. And, playing the game, I know you get used to a certain standard when you play, a team that's not built for the playoffs, not built for a long run, not built for a good record. Pretty much just built for development right now. So yeah, last 3 games against Ottawa. They had played great, but it was Ottawa. And this one I do have Winnipeg. Here's a few reasons why. So Winnipeg's second line, Kopp, Stats, and Ehlers, they've been on absolute fire of late. They've combined for 20 points in the last 3 games. Scary when your first line has Wheeler, Scheifele, and Connor on it. Now when you have Wheeler, Scheifele, Connor, Kopp, Stastny, and Ehlers coming at you scoring like that, that's crazy. And they've been recently put together, so I think they're just going to get better from here. But that 1-2 line punch, that's crazy. You got Connor scoring at will. Scheifele and Wheeler just setting up him all day. Another thing they need to do, I think, to solidify the win, they need to be physical with Hughes and Pettersson. These 2 guys, when you pressure them and you get on them, they shut down. You be physical with them, they shut right down. I'll compare that back to when I used to play. I was a more skilled guy. I didn't like to get in the rough stuff. And when you are getting involved in the rough stuff, you're always looking over that shoulder. You always play with a little bit of fear. And that's not what you want. You want to play with confidence. And I think when you're physical with them, that takes it away. And ultimately will lead them to play a bad game, I think. So I still got Winnipeg on this. I believe Winnipeg can wear them down with their speed. They're absolutely, like I said, Ehlers, you got Scheifele, you got Wheeler, you got Conner. They're all fast, physical players, and that's going to be hard to play against. I think the NHL is a speed game now. It's a young man's game. So yeah, I got Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg edges them out. Just the fact, statistic-wise, have the best top 6 right now. So I do have Winnipeg winning this game. I think that might be it. I'm just going to be picking 6 or 7 games. I'll try to do all of them, but I try to just stick to 6 or 7. Just to start off anyway. And the point spreads here. So like I said, Edmonton, Toronto's favored to win by 1. So Edmonton just has to just has to win, or they just have to take them to OT. So I like the chance. Like I said, Winnipeg's favored to win by 1. I think they get it done. And then for the rest of the games, we got Nashville, Tampa Bay. I picked Tampa in that one. No explanation for those. Florida, Detroit. I got Florida. Detroit's coming off that big loss to who the fuck did they lose to? Dallas. So I think they'll be deflated as well. Tampa Bay is just too much of a wagon to bet against them. So I got Tampa in that one too. Philly, New York Islanders. Like I said, the Islanders coming off a 5-3 loss through 5 unanswered goals. And I'm pretty sure 3 straight losses. So I got Philly there. Dallas, Carolina. Carolina's been not playing games lately due to COVID. They're going to be hungry for some wins. St. Louis, Anaheim. I think St. Louis will figure it out. They're the better team. Anaheim's definitely not. The Anaheim of 5 to 10 years ago. Full of young talent right now, but need a couple more years to be good. So I got St. Louis there. I got $2 on it to pay out $1,200. I think some of this advice will help you guys out. I also got a props here. I picked Toronto, Edmonton. I got Morgan Riley shots on goal under 2.5. Sorry. I got Mitchell Marner over 2.5. The guy's starting to shoot. The guy's got more confidence lately. He's up there in the league leading points. That guy's got to be given it. Zach Hyman, that guy gets fucking 10 shots on net a game. All fucking shitty shots, but he gets shots. Connor McDavid, like I said, he's mad. He's going to be proving something tonight. Over 3.5. I think he gets at least 4 shots on net. Tyson Barrie, I picked this fucking guy last time to go over 2.5. So I'm going under today. Guaranteed he goes over just because I did that. But we'll see. And the last one here, I got Austin Matthews getting an apple. Honestly, he's been getting some assists lately. I honestly think he's been getting more assists than goals, and that's not how he usually plays. But I do think he'll definitely get an assist here. Definitely playing with Marner and Hyman on that first line. Hyman's going to compliment them very nice. Grind the D down. Make more space for McDavid, or make more space for Matthews. But I think he will definitely get some points tonight. So that's my Proline props right there. $2 pays out $49. And we'll see how this goes. Was my first episode. Just trying this out. Seeing how I like it. I think I'll like it. But yeah, like I said, just giving it a try and hopefully help you guys in return and win some money tonight. That's all.